The Temple of Great Awakening is a centuries-old Buddhist temple located in the northwest suburbs of Beijing. In the temple, there is a ginkgo tree planted 1,000 years ago. The text on the plaque of the main hall was written by the Qianlong Emperor. This is the story of this temple. On the northwest outskirts of Beijing, the capital city of China, at the hillside of this mountainous area, there is a Buddhist temple originally constructed nearly 1,000 years ago during the Liao dynasty, in the year 1068 to be exact. At first, this temple was named the Temple of Clear Water, as there was a mountain spring on this hill, and the water went through this temple. The Liao dynasty, which reigned from 916 to 1125, was founded by the Khitan people, and sun worship was their tradition. As a temple constructed during that period, the main gate of this temple faces east towards the direction of sunrise, which is quite rare in China. Inside the main gate, we can see the central axis of this whole temple complex. One of the key features of ancient Chinese architecture is symmetry. In the year 1428, the temple was renovated during the Ming dynasty and was renamed the Temple of Great Awakening. Unfortunately, at the end of the Ming dynasty, the temple was destroyed. In the year 1720, the temple was reconstructed during the Qing dynasty, so the structures we see today were mainly built about 300 years ago. There is a pair of pavilions on each side of this central path. Inside each of these pavilions is a stele, a huge stone tablet. In ancient China, stele was always used to record significant events. In this case, the inscriptions on these two steles were the events of a reconstruction of this temple during the Ming dynasty and the Qing dynasty. This water pool is called the Pool of Merits and Virtues. This is the place to let go of the fish to show mercy. As I said, there is a mountain spring on this hill. The water would go through this little water channel and come out of this stone dragon head. Another key feature of ancient Chinese architecture is that the layout of the courtyard is always layered, meaning you can't see the whole compound right after entering the yard. Instead, you need to pass through one row of structures to see another, step by step, to go inside and to go deeper. What's worth noticing is that it's not allowed and inappropriate to film Buddhist statues inside these halls, so I can only show you the exterior of these structures. It's a pity. This is the second hall. This stele was erected here in the year 1504. This turtle-like creature's name is Bixi, the sixth son of the dragon, according to Chinese mythology, and is famous for its capability of carrying a heavy weight on its back. The text on this plaque says, "Comes from nowhere and goes nowhere." It's a Buddhist term. It's wise and deep. These 4 characters were written by the Qianlong Emperor. Walking through this hall, we can see another hall, also constructed about 300 years ago. The text on this plaque says, "Mobile and immobile is a pair of relative concepts," meaning moving and not moving are relative terms. These 4 characters were also written by the Qianlong Emperor. Between these 2 halls, you can see a giant ginkgo tree planted 1,000 years ago. The tree is 20 meters high, and the circumference is 8 meters. Passing through this hall and up the stairs, we can see another building. There used to be a Buddhist statue inside, but it's been lost for a long time. Around the back is a small garden. This white pagoda has a typical Yuan dynasty style. It's speculated that this pagoda was built about 700 years ago. On my way out, I saw these 2 copper cauldrons. They are said to be the cooking utensils of this temple in the old days, and they were made about 300 years ago. They are so big. Dates back up to 1,000 years, went through the Liao, Jin, Yuan, Ming, and Qing 5 dynasties, experiencing wartime and peacetime, destruction and reconstruction. This temple always stood on this very land and witnessed the ups and downs of this ancient city.